Have you ever wondered if that adorable sugar glider with its giant eyes and playful energy, or that majestic python slowly gliding through its terrarium, is truly thriving in a domestic environment? On social media, we often only see the cute and curious side of these animals. But what if, behind those charming images, their deeper, more unique needs are quietly being overlooked? What if the love we offer, no matter how genuine, isn't enough to make up for the lack of freedom, space, and natural stimulation? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden ethical dilemmas of keeping exotic pets. Get ready to discover truths that might forever change the way you see these incredible and complex living beings. Behind every luxurious cage or state-of-the-art terrarium lies a reality that's rarely shown: the mismatch between an exotic animal's natural needs and life in a human home. These animals have instincts and behaviors shaped by thousands of years of evolution in specific habitats. Artificial lights replace real sunlight. Terrarium glass replaces the vast horizon. The constant scent of a household replaces the smells of forests or savannas. Even well-meaning owners may not realize that, for their pet, this can feel like being trapped in a room with no way out for life. Their diet, mental stimulation, space, and social interactions are all altered in captivity. And the most unsettling part? These deficiencies are rarely visible to the naked eye. The result is a quiet, invisible erosion of well-being. When someone adopts an exotic animal, it's common to hear phrases like, "I love him so much," or "I want to care for him better than nature ever could." But is that truly love, or a human desire disguised as affection? The line between wanting to protect and wanting to possess is incredibly thin. By removing an animal from its natural environment, or buying one from a breeder, we are reshaping its entire life to fit our own world. It loses choice, instinct, and often, the opportunity to live as nature intended. Animal welfare experts agree that while the human-animal bond is powerful, it can't override the biological needs of the creature. Maybe, deep down, we're just trying to bring a piece of the exotic into our homes, without fully understanding what that means for the animal. Owning an exotic pet isn't just about beauty and curiosity. It also involves sleepless nights, unexpected expenses, and veterinary emergencies that are often tough to handle. Many exotic pets require specialized care, and few vets are trained to provide them. When they are, the costs can be overwhelming. There's also the emotional toll. Owners bond with these animals, but must cope with unpredictable behavior, intense stress periods, and even premature death due to hidden illnesses. Real stories include parrots developing depression, reptiles refusing to eat for months, and small mammals wasting away from lack of stimulation. These are the painful realities rarely shown in cute videos, truths few have the courage to share. The beauty of an exotic animal is often its own curse. Bright colors, unusual behaviors, and adorable faces attract thousands of admirers online. But fascination can have devastating consequences. To meet demand, wildlife traffickers often remove animals from the wild in cruel ways, sometimes causing immense suffering before the animal even reaches a buyer. Even those born in captivity carry the burden of generations of confinement, losing natural skills, and developing genetic issues. That enchanted smile at a colorful lizard or rare bird may be hiding a painful backstory that started long before it arrived in someone's home. Is there ever a point where keeping an exotic pet becomes morally acceptable? That's the question dividing pet lovers, biologists, and animal rights advocates. Some argue that, under carefully controlled conditions and with impeccable care, certain animals can live well outside their natural habitat. Others believe that no matter how well they're treated, depriving them of freedom is inherently unethical. There are well-known cases of dedicated owners creating complex habitats and providing unprecedented longevity for their pets. But there are also heartbreaking examples of animals who never adapted, despite receiving the best care. Drawing this line requires more than just technical knowledge, it demands deep honesty with ourselves. Life for these animals in a domestic setting is a mix of human affection and lost natural experience. No matter how hard a caretaker tries to mimic a forest, desert, or river, nothing replaces real freedom. A domesticated ferret may run around the house, but it will never roam miles of terrain like in the wild. A macaw may receive toys, but it will never soar freely over treetops. This duality creates a paradox. We offer protection, food, and medical care, but deny instinct and independence. And for the animal, that trade-off may be far more painful than we realize. keeping an exotic pet comes with a cost that goes far beyond money. There's an emotional and physical toll, and most importantly, an environmental impact. The demand for exotic pets fuels illegal trafficking, threatens entire species, and disrupts ecosystems. Many are abandoned once they become too difficult to handle, leading to invasive species problems in several countries. Even legal breeders contribute to an industry that, directly or indirectly, turns living beings into commodities. The true cost isn't just paid by the owner, but by nature itself. The never-ending debate around exotic pets has no simple answer. On one side, people deeply love their exotic companions and go to great lengths to provide the best possible life. On the other hand, animal advocates insist that no form of captivity can be justified. Science tells us that some species adapt better than others, but it also reveals signs of chronic stress and behavioral changes in many cases. What matters more, human affection or preserving wildlife as it was meant to be? That's a question every animal lover must answer for themselves. In the end, it's not just about whether to own an exotic animal. It's about recognizing that every life has a value beyond what our eyes can see or our hearts can feel. To love an animal is, above all, to respect its nature and its needs, even if that means choosing not to keep it by our side. If this video moved you in any way, if it made you reflect on what it truly means to care for a living being, then I invite you to subscribe to the channel right now. Share your honest opinion in the comments. Do you believe exotic animals can be happy in captivity? Your voice matters. Together we can change the way the world sees and treats these extraordinary beings.